The Mt. Gox settlement may have caused Bitcoin to bottom out, but it seems to be recovering already. You can see that Bit Digital has finalized its HPC contract and will be increasing its income from AI revenue. We also have Riot calling a special meeting for the Bitfarms board. Let's get into all of this news today. So today is Tuesday, June 25th. You can see we've got one Fed on deck. Already spoke today. That didn't really have any bad effect on the market, at least not from what I've seen so far. We got the Case-Shiller Home Price Index. That'll have some impact, not a huge one. Consumer confidence is going to have the bigger impact today. Oh, sorry, there was one more Fed that's going to be speaking at noon today, so keep your eyes on that as well. Feds tend to move the market, not always in a good way. So first of all, let's look at this Mt. Gox news. So the new claim, so everyone's freaking out, oh, it's going to be a $9 billion dump of Bitcoin for a couple of reasons. That's incorrect. One, the people that were in Mt. Gox are the old school crypto people. They've been in this for a really long time. It is not likely they're going to dump all of their bags once they get them. That would be ridiculous to assume that, especially if they've stayed in crypto this long. They're not likely to do that. The other thing that is making this a significantly you know less impactful, more of a nothing burger, is the fact that the payout's only going to be about $800 per Bitcoin claim for these these victims from the Mt. Gox hack. So they're not getting paid out full Bitcoin. They're getting paid out $800 per claim. Because I guess when this hack came out, Bitcoin was only worth $451, so they're getting a little less than double what they lost back in terms of real dollar value. So there's not going to be significant amounts of Bitcoin hitting the market all at once due to this Mt. Gox thing. Is basically a nothing burger. And how has that been affecting the Bitcoin price? It is coming up. You can see here, look at this here. So we went right to the center of this descending trend, this descending channel that I've got here, this big one. You can see it's right. Let me just draw it like here's the top, there's the bottom, here's the midline. We hit that midline, wicked up, and we are on our way back up right now. We are actually up on the daily chart right now, 1.46%. We're up to $61,000 after wicking down to $58,000. It's actually a pretty good area that, yeah, that's pretty close to the bottom of these candle bodies here at 58,285. Very, very close to it, and then started wicking up. We get above the midline of this descending channel here, and I expect us to come up quickly to about 63.5. And this yellow line here, that's going to be the line in the sand. If we get above this, we're going back up. If we fail here, we're coming back to the bottom of this channel, which would be the midline of this larger channel here, which would be about the $58,000 level again on Bitcoin. But for today, we seem to be making a bottom. I like this nice long wick on the bottom of yesterday's candle, and I want to see some more of those come through on Bitcoin. So nothing to be too scared about here. And if we zoom out, so when in doubt, zoom out. Let's go to the monthly chart, turn off all of these. Look at this absolutely epic bull flag right here. Look at this thing right there. Let me turn off my drawings again. That is a bull flag. As long as we're above $59,000 and holding above that, we're in a bull flag territory. As long as we don't break below that, and by break, I mean get a candle that closes beneath $59,000, as long as we don't do that, this thing is super bullish. And off of this, we can see, let's get in here. So usually you measure the pole. The pole is from here, right? This is the pole to about there. All right, let's move this pole out here. We'll go from the base here, 60,000, which is where we keep coming back to and bouncing off. Okay. And the pole of this thing, this will take us up to $88,000. Look at that. $88,000 is where we're likely to come out of this bull flag here. So if you're really concerned about this, I wouldn't be. You can see back here, look at this bear flag that came in 2022. And let's see if the poll, let's see if that held true there. Let's see if Bitcoin has a history of holding true to its right there. Yep, look at that. Boom. The poll on this bear flag here went from the base here to the midpoint here, right? Yeah, base to base. So the base of the very highest point to the base of this like first candle in the flag, the candle body, and then from the very bottom of the lowest point of the flag, we came up very close to, let's see, for the body. There we go, on the body of it, down to the body of the very bottom here. Perfect. So we could be looking at this flag paying us out to about 88, coming up to maybe $90,000 off of this flag when this thing is done. So that's just a bullish formation I wanted to show you. Now volume is falling on the monthly. Um, but volume was rising during this bear flag, so I wouldn't be too concerned. Volume is falling a little bit. We did get a bit of a retracement on the monthly down to the signal line here on the RSI, but once we clear, honestly, once we clear $72,000, well, really right here, 71,192. If we break and hold above that and get a candle that closes above it and a following candle that you know opens and stays above it, then we are very likely going up to about $90,000 in Bitcoin. So look at that wicked, wicked bull flag right there. That is just beautiful. It also plays into my Giga Cup theory here, which was this big old cup right here, followed by the handle right there that I've been following for a while. So I am not scared. I am prepared for this thing for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin cost today. The mempool.space here, you can see $2 for transaction fees for the highest priority of Bitcoin, so not too expensive right now. Let's get into the next piece of news. Bit Digital, they have finalized their increase in their contract for the HPC customer. That's going to come out to approximately $92 million annually, slightly less than that $100 million annually. But you can see that with the finalization of that contract, they had a candle that put them up 9% on the 2-hour chart. If we drill down to the 1-hour chart, you can see in the pre-market here, they had one candle that was up almost 13% this morning off of that. We're up above the 200-hour SMA, and we're just holding above that. That might hold us all day long at 274 if we can continue to trade above this when the market opens. And often good news like this, we tend to trade a little more up into market open. So this is going to be a little interesting here. I like the look of this Bit Digital on the rise here. I like it. We came right up to the midline of my ascending channel where we got rejected, but the 200-hour is holding us up. We could be opened up to the top of the channel here, which is slightly above $3 up here. You can see it up here. It's just at 305. So on the downside, we have support where we currently are sitting, which is 274. Below that support is at, honestly, support is at 260 if we were to go down. And on the upside, we could easily move up another 10, 12% up to about $3.06 before this ascending channel starts sending us back down again if we're not going to break out of it. So that is the news for Bit Digital today. And then we also got this happened yesterday. Riot Platforms calls for a special meeting for the Bitfarms board. They want to replace 3 members on the board with independent actors. At least they say they're independent actors. I'm not sure how much we can trust Riot in that sense. They are very hostile towards Bitfarms. They really want to get this takeover. They bought right up to that 15% mark. They bought 14.9%. Very careful not to go over that 15% mark where Bitfarms will do the poison pill on them, and they are posturing for a hostile move on Bitfarms. So that's what's going on there. And as you can see this morning, Bitfarms was, let me go down to the 1-hour. I think they were falling a bit this morning. Really? I got nothing going on. Set, yeah, nothing showing up on the chart quite yet for them. Let me go to the daily. Actually, this is Canadian. This is Canadian. That's why. There we are. Pre-market. It's actually up a little bit. 30-minute chart. Let's get a look here. Yeah, it's up just a tiny bit from close. Not much. It's trading at 275 right now, significantly higher than what Riot offered them. On this 30-minute chart, this doesn't look great. This looks like a bit of a flag that could come down to about 250. So keep your eyes out for that. That'd be this flag right here. That could take us down to about 250 if it breaks to the downside for Bitfarms. The market has opened now, so let's take a look. So yeah, CleanSpark is up 0.67%. Not doing a whole lot today. We're just kind of hanging out in the zone after having that drop yesterday. Let's take a look at Mara real quick. Mara is down 0.3%, kind of just falling flat on the day, even with Bitcoin being up. Let's take a look at Riot. How's Riot doing? Plus 0.76%, kind of really flat. Bit Digital's the really the only one that is taking off today. Plus 2% for IREN. What about Core Z? We're just doing a real fast one right now. Plus 6% for Core Z. Core Z is also doing a nice big run up here. We got above the 5-day moving average on Core Z. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, the 5-day. So we got close to the 20, came up to the 5 now. I still want to see it touch the 20 before I'm interested in Core Z. So I'm waiting on that thing right now. I think IREN did touch it. No, it didn't. It was Wolf that did it. Wolf, no, Wolf didn't either. Wolf came down, had this huge rundown, and then came up again. It is up 5% on the day, 2-day for Wolf. We are just kind of consolidating up here. This does look like a distribution sort of area where it's going to kind of fluctuate up and down from, this 385 up towards like that 450, 460 range before we make our move down a little bit more on Wolf, I think. Let's take a look at Cypher. Cypher plus 2-3% today. Man, what a blow off top that was. It just boom, 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 came all the way down to 417 from 591. What a brutal sell off that was. But like I said, this was a blow off top. I mentioned that it was when I saw the candle, and it absolutely was. Uh, where is this going to lie? I don't know. It could hold above the 20. It might come back down to the 50. We might even try to revisit the 200 down here at $3.48. I'm not sure for Cypher. I have to watch and see what's going on here. We're getting some dojis, getting a lot of indecision down there on Cypher right now. So anyways, that is all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, share this video, and have a profitable day.